Do I think couples should have the kids conversation? I definitely think so.
If he didn't want kids, that would be problematic for me.
Well, not at the moment, but we're both.
Yeah.
It's very important to both
Sheer
of us.
terror.
We have some time before that comes.
Yeah.
Things couples should do before they get married.
Maybe living together to see if you can live together.
Take a road trip together.
Facing adversity and going through a difficult time is important.
Cook something together. Because this is a good example to see if all of a sudden the guy steps up and does something, or if they just sit back and wait for their mom.
What do we cook
to do
together?
it for them. I make stuff.
I think you should raise a dog together.
Get a pet and learn how to take care of the pet together.
Baby practice, but easier.
No, because I'm allergic.
The barking and the shedding, it's not my thing. So I'm glad she's
Thank
on the
God.
same page as that.
You should live with someone before you marry them so you know if they're messy or not messy.
Girls like her is very messy.
When you live with someone, there is no that, screw this, I'm going home. You're like, well, I can go in the other room, I guess. So you definitely learn to tolerate each other a bit better, hopefully. Or you learn you can't live together.
We cohabitate really, really well together. We just kind of, we never really like assigned each other roles or responsibilities in the house.
We just kind of silently split up all those tasks, which goes over really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important to learn what your partner's quirks and or bad habits are.
I don't have any of those.
I have this really weird, bad habit that I'm trying to kick. I brush my teeth and then I have my little treat in bed.
I think that's odd because when I brush my teeth, that means no more eating. Like that's the whole the shop's closed, I'm going to bed.
I hope my dentist is not watching this.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're necessarily bad habits.
No.
They're like the idiosyncrasies of the human being. And I'm sure there's that I do that drives her up the wall.
I love everything about you.
Yeah, I bet.
I think it's good to go through an argument with your partner to learn how they react to certain things and to be able to learn to accept how they react to certain things because you cannot change your partner.
You definitely have to see someone lose their before you marry them. That way you know what level of their losing they get to and if you can tolerate that.
I think it's really important to go through some sort of crisis, not knowing what to do and having your partner come and be with you through that crisis is really important.
When we first moved in, she had a major surgery on her ankle. And so I was not only the boyfriend, but I was the nurse and the caretaker, and that was pretty strenuous. I think there was only one moment in there where I was like, I just need to go outside.
I would definitely say traveling. I think that's one of the big tests, if you can travel with somebody.
Yeah, I think it's good to travel with someone before you marry them because most people get married to settle down, start family and stuff like that. So you should probably see the world together before you do those things.
You learn a lot about a person on the road.
Absolutely.
We've had some extensive travel, actually. We circumnavigated the globe together last year. No breakdowns, we did great. Yeah, we did pretty good.
I think we passed that test.
I think so.
I think you should meet each other's families. Anthony's been home, 3 times now?
Too many times.
Too many times? There's no such thing.
You guys ever been to Oklahoma?
Get to know family. We're close with our families, each other's families.
To start to think of your partner's family as part of your family is a really important step.
You know, they go from being your boyfriend's family to being your future in-laws.
Plus you start to understand your partner's mishigas better because
Totally.
you understand where they come from.
Mishigas is Yiddish for
Meshugana.
which is Yiddish for crazy or craziness. It's a good word. Start saying Mishigas.
Background check?
Don't run a background check. I mean, maybe you should run a background
Credit
check.
check?
Debt, how much debt do you carry?
The conversation should be had, absolutely, before joining lives completely together.
I'm dating a guy named Brooke S. Stewart. So.
It's like that song, Danny's song, even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey. Story of my life.
Taking a last name, we actually haven't talked about that one.
I guess it's not assumed anymore. It's 2016.
Right.
I'm a little bit more on the traditional side of
taking a last name?
Personally, I would take a last name, but I don't think I judge anybody for keeping their last name if that's something important to them.
I've pretty much always known that the answer is no, even before him. I'm a professional writer. I have books with my name on them. I don't really want to change it for professional reasons, but also my mom didn't change her last name. It never affected my understanding of my mother's identity as my mother. She never seemed less a part of our family.
I don't know, maybe it depends on how crappy your last name is, you know? And how awesome your partner's last name is.
I would take your name.
Would you?
Yeah.
It's like the worst last name. No one can ever pronounce Mr. and Mrs. Flagnick. Forever get used to it. Flagellum, flagina, you name it. Just remember, the J is silent. The J is silent.
What else?
That's it. Get married after that.
Yeah, right. Don't get married yet, because obviously something's missing.
Waiting for her credit score to go up. So.
I'm gonna punch you in the chest. You're so silly.